What is up, everyone? JD here. Hope you're all doing well today. Let's go through my carries from the previous week and talk a little bit about why they made it in the pocket and what I'm thinking about them so far. So first, we're going to go with the Micarta Monday carry, and that is actually going to be this Civivi Praxis. It has this smooth burlap micarta on it, chamfered really nicely. It has a liner lock that has been milled out for weight reduction, and then it has a deep carry pocket clip with a lanyard back here. Pocket clip is reversible, and I'm just so surprised. It's not just the ergos on this, it's how much I've enjoyed this smooth burlap micarta. The 9CR 18 MOV blade is black washed and really thin and slicey. You can see I've just been going to town on some cardboard this week with the knife, and I've really enjoyed it. Just surprises me how much I like it. Now, unlike the other Praxis, which I realized I haven't actually published that review, it has a better detent on it for sure. The other one, I was a little surprised how light the detent was, and I did tune the detent after I did the initial review for it, and it did help it, but this one came much snappier, and I'm sure this is probably more in line with the examples that you will see out there. But you know, you either love or you don't love the fibers on here. I love it. I think it looks really cool, and I think with the black, it's just totally bad. So really liking this one. Less than $50. It is a banger for sure. Highly can recommend that one. I'll do a full review where I'll get into all the nitty gritty with that one, but I really liked it. Next one, really excited. This one came in, pre-ordered it, feels like ages ago, and it finally came in, and that is going to be the EMP EDC Relative. This thing looks way better in person. The camera, the pictures just don't do this knife justice. It's a great size, awesome thickness, fantastic hollow grind, compound grind knife with that flat tip, clip point. Really nice jimping out here on the top. This jimping is really good. Now, I am still carrying it and forming a review, but because I knew that this was going to be a knife as soon as I held it and messed with it that I was going to keep, I decided to go ahead. I took it apart, threw some skiffs in it. Now, one thing that I'm going to do when I get to the review, I am going to dial the tuning of the detent back just ever so slightly. It's not, you can't fail it. And with the skiffs in there, it's going to break in even more. But with that top flipper or front flipper, it's a little stiff. So I'm going to try to pull it back ever so slightly. But really good milling on here. Fantastic ergos. Pocket clip works really well. Nice and springy. As you can see, if I can get the lighting, it has a little landing pad there. So it goes in and out of that pocket nicely as well. I even love the way that they did the relief cut in the lock bar like that, the little slits. I think it just all complements each other so well. Polished titanium pivot collar, little everyman pocket, everyday carry logo looking good there. And it just has a great shape and profile, even open, closed, doesn't matter. The reason I was saying too, like you see, I can't quite get, you have to really dig into it. And I don't know if I'll be able to show, but it's starting to tear at the skin. So the jimping is really good. Just needs that detent dialed back a little bit, and that can vary from knife to knife, right? That's part of what you deal with when you're encountering production. On Wednesday, I went with the WE-Hyphen as the companion carry. I think this was on here last week with the Roxy 3. This one was in the 5th pocket. Only complaints are that the anodizing from fidgeting with it is already wearing off kind of fast. And I think a little bit here from where I'm stuffing it in the pocket, I think it's wearing off a little bit on the clip. So a little disappointed in that, but everything else from where I've handled and cut with it, it's held up well. I don't know if I'll be able to show the lines from where I've cut a few packages open, and I even broke down a couple more Amazon boxes with it this week. But this one is really starting to break in. You see how quickly it's starting to fall shut there? I mean, really smooth. WE is seriously flexing their muscles. I'm thinking like Bestech Riot level quality. at a more affordable price. The only thing holding them back, in my opinion, is that 59 to 61 heat treat on 20 CV. I think if you can bump that up to at least be 61 to 63 in that range, or it's 59 to 61. Yeah, so it would be 60 to 62. I misspoke. I apologize. So if they could at least get 60 to 62, I think it'd be a really good compromise for a production knife. The other one that I had in the pocket is one, again, came in this week, trying to form the opinion on it. This is the WE Trogon. So Brian Brown design, a little bit different aesthetically. I know they look kind of similar because they have the blue anodizing, but you have more of the Wharncliffe style here, and here you have the drop Tonto. Both have hollow ground blades, but this one's larger, and the ergonomic lines are very different. So when I first got it, this is feeling too far back, and I was trying to choke up, and I was running into that same situation where I couldn't quite, it was taking too much space. So I realized I needed to come back onto the drop off here with the middle finger and then the front finger here, and now like it feels very buttery in hand. It has more weight to it because it's a bigger knife, but the contouring makes it feel good and chunky in hand, and the ribbing, milling ribbing here really adds to the grip without it being overdone, and you even have the matching ribbing here on the pocket clip. But just showing you what's in the pocket, I need to spend a little bit more time with these two to give you a good review. On Thursday, I went with the Titanium Thumb Stud Thursday, and that is the QSP Penguin Plus, and this is the traditional pocket knife exclusive variant. Continuing to really like these jigged patterns that are coming from traditional pocket knives, and the M390 and titanium pocket clip upgrade over the wire pocket clip that's found on the factory or base model version is a nice upgrade, but very smooth considering it's still on factory bearings. The bearings are a unique size, so you can't throw any skiffs on here because they don't make this size just yet, but great action with the thumb studs, flipper tab, and it is a smooth shake home. Sheep's foot blade, really comfortable, nice flat grind, beautiful satin, belt satin finish on here, super thin. This is just a great EDC, great thin profile to it too. On Friday, because I wanted to carry it again, I went with the EMP EDC Relative, and Friday is when I decided to throw the skiffs in it because I just knew that this knife was going to be for me. So everything that I mentioned when I carried that on Tuesday applies again on Friday. That would make it a shorter video. However, the other days outside of Wednesday, my companion carry was the QSP Hedgehog. This has really surprised me. Between the Ohio Riverjack from QSP and the Hedgehog, which is the traditional, both are traditional pocket knives exclusives, just really surprising because it's a nice size slip joint. So I don't use this to like really push down on the blade. If I'm doing detail cuts, I'm usually just breaking into a package and just pinch gripping the blade, which is very comfortable, but it has such a strong lock spring. It's really, you're going to really have to intentionally overcome it. So great walk and talk, great aesthetics, super thin hollow grind on here, and just a great looking companion carry, whether you're throwing it in the fifth pocket or if you're getting like an organizer from say like Art Company and you're throwing it in the slip and throwing it in the pocket and it's a pocket dropper. This is a great option. So that was the companion carry all week for me. That's it. That's everything I carried this week, and just some brief thoughts. I have some upcoming reviews coming for these. I don't think I've dropped the review for the Hedgehog either. I think that's still in queue to be edited, so that'll be coming as well. And same with the Praxis. I mean, it'll be the other Praxis that I'm getting ready to let go with the carbon fiber, the shred, the gold flake carbon fiber, whatever it's called. But and I can just do like a quick overview of this one to talk about some of the differences, which is not going to be too much. It's pretty consistent. It'll just be the detent. So but that other one's already filmed and ready to go. Let me know what you've been carrying in the pockets. I love to hear that stuff. I'm always hearing different things and things that y'all are into or that you want me to check out, and I appreciate that type of feedback and input. Kind of steers me on what to look at next. And stay tuned for the reviews for all this other stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope all of you have a fantastic week. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, peace.